Hey, this is U.S. Olympic gold medalist Tara Davis Woodhull.
And I'm U.S. Paralympic gold medalist Hunter Woodhull.
As athletes, our lives are about having a clear path.
And a team that you can absolutely trust.
So when it came to getting the best mortgage,
we chose PennyMac.
PennyMac is proud to be the official mortgage provider of Team USA and you.
Learn more at pennymac.com. PennyMac Loan Services, LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 35953. Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Conditions and restrictions may apply.
Magnesium supplements? You've mastered the basics. Now it's time to optimize. If you're serious about dialing in your health, upgrading your magnesium isn't optional. It's the key to leveling up your whole body. That's where Solaray Magnesium Glycinate comes in. MagGly from the #1 magnesium brand in health food stores. Solaray has a 50-year legacy of delivering quality and trust in every capsule. Each ingredient is triple tested for identity, purity, and potency in Solaray's GMP certified facility in Ogden, Utah. That means what's on the label is what's in your bottle. No guesswork, just premium MagGly. Plus, it's chelated in-house for powerful muscle, bone, and relaxation support that's designed for optimal absorption and gentle digestion. It's the upgrade your routine's been waiting for. Shop Solaray Magnesium Glycinate on Amazon or Solaray.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Owning a home is full of surprises. Some wonderful, some not so much. And when something breaks, it can feel like the whole day unravels. That's why HomeServe exists. For as little as $4.99 a month, you'll always have someone to call. A trusted professional ready to help, bringing peace of mind to 4.5 million homeowners nationwide. For plans starting at just $4.99 a month, go to homeserve.com. That's homeserve.com. Not available everywhere. Most plans range between $4.99 to $11.99 a month your first year. Terms apply on covered repairs.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC. SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Reminiscence a mission this day and age. Kelly and Thelma, and we're turning the page. We're talking family matters. It's about those times. Telling what happened. Read between the lines. Come on by with Kelly and me. Welcome to the family. Take us out, Kelly. Woo!
Welcome to the family, y'all.
Welcome to the family.
I'm Thelma.
And I'm Kelly.
And in the 90s, we started a little sitcom you may have heard of called Family Matters. Today, we rewatched Season 1, Episode 6 of Family Matters, which was called Basketball Blues.
And we have a very special guest who will join us later to talk about the episode. He played my father on the show, the one and only Carl Winslow, the Reginald VelJohnson.
Reggie V. Oh, I can't wait to catch up with him. So you all stay tuned, folks. But first, I want to catch up with you. What's going on, Kelly? What's up, girl?
What's up is me.
Oh.
For some reason, for the last 12 or so years, I get up at 2:34 in the morning.
Yikes.
Exactly. This whole menopause thing is wearing me out.
You're not there yet, are you?
There? I've been living there for like 12 years. It's terrible.
No. Have you had a hot flash yet?
Hot flash?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a little bit deeper than that.
Oh, really?
I've had a hot sauna.
I call it my personal summer.
And yeah, it's deep, baby. It's deep.
Yeah.
You know, you start Googling like weird stuff at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know you do.
Like, what was this for? I think of evolution kind of like updating your computer. I wonder why this update is necessary, because it's like so ridiculous. Like, why is it necessary for me to suddenly grow a goatee?
Girl,
It's like
I feel
totally
you. I feel you.
ridiculous. My husband said, maybe it's not that. Maybe I need a new computer.
Oh, now we gonna smack Hannibal around
And
now.
then
We're
I
not
cut
having
him.
that. Oh,
Exactly.
I love it. Girl, at least you dealing with yourself. I'm dealing with gophers. Girl, I feel like I'm in some kind of Looney Tunes. I am playing whack-a-mole with the gophers, and I'm losing.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing, girl. These suckers have figured out that the gopher guy doesn't come on the weekend. So Friday,
They have a Mardi Gras.
I'm not lying.
Okay.
I can walk out the house. There is no gopher hole. Go down the walkway, come back, and the gopher's waving. Waving at me.
wow.
The sucker is coming up during the day. What do I do, Kelly? What do I do?
I don't know.
Thank you. That was a great answer. Moving on. Anyway, girl, enough about the gophers. Let's get into this episode. Now, who was this episode written by? Do you know?
It was actually written by Barry Gold and directed by Jim O'Keefe. Do you remember him?
I remember Jim. I think we
Yes.
drove him crazy a couple of times. Poor baby.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were hard on directing.
Well, some of us.
Now, this episode aired on November 3rd, 1989. Wow.
Right.
On that day in history, the number one song on the Billboard R&B chart was You Are My Everything by Surface. Do you remember Surface? I didn't remember him. I had to go back and look at the video, girl. Then I remembered it was a really big song.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
you know, it was back in our shag hairdo days for the boys. Bad shag, girl. Nappy shag. Even worse than the Jerry curl shag.
There's a such thing as a nappy shag?
Oh, there is. Watch the video. That's all I
Okay.
got to say.
All right.
Now, what else was going on? You come up with anything?
I
I want you to try to say this name. That's why I'm leaving it to you.
Exactly.
Basketball players.
Okay.
Now, what's that name? Yeah, keep going.
The Russian basketball players
Uh-huh.
who came to compete
And his name is Sar who?
Alexander.
No, that's one. That's a first name.
Then I thought you were going to do the first one.
Oh, you did?
Right.
Did I sound like I was going to do the first one? No, I was waiting for you to mess it up.
Well, why you putting me hooked on phonics?
Well,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
you had the better education, I believe.
Right.
Anyway, it's we're going to do this phonetically.
Okay.
Sarunas Marchulonis and Alexander Volkov made history as the first Russian players to compete in a regular NBA season basketball game, a season
Okay.
game, which is relevant because we're talking about basketball in this episode.
Right. In this episode, Carl was determined to see Eddie make the basketball team and ends up overworking him.
Well, what's new about that? Carl is the overdoer of the overdoers. Now, you were barely in this episode, girl. I ain't trying to rag on you or nothing, but who did you piss off this week?
There's no small parts, only small actors.
Yeah, I used to say that too. My other thing was as long as they don't prorate my check, I'm okay with one line.
That part.
Okay, so I guess you upstairs checking out our 75 bedroom house up there.
Exactly. Me and Judy were upstairs, and I think this was the beginning of the producers realizing they didn't have enough for Judy to do. Jenny and I were really just snoops in everybody's business. So I think that's probably what we were doing in the background, spying on people
That's true.
and gossiping with one another.
Now, why don't you, because a lot of people don't know what a typical work week is like on a sitcom, why don't you just give a little flavor of what we did? Like on the first day was a table read, and the first day that we got up and put it on its feet, so to speak.
Right. So the first day we do the table read, which is a read through of the episode in front of the writers. And then they go back and they do rewrites.
Blame us for every joke that didn't work.
Correct. And rewrite based upon what they heard. And you go off and rehearse for 2 days. And then they come back for a run through where they see the episode up on its feet. All the while they keep coming in to make rewrites based upon what jokes worked and don't work. And then you tape the episode based upon all of the reworking of the original episode.
Yeah. And we taped in front of a live audience, which was always fun, too.
That's the best part of it, to get the feedback immediately.
Yeah, because you get so much energy from them. A lot of stuff that we might even think doesn't work when we're just rehearsing works when it's on its feet. And that audience, they just bring another element that's so wonderful. I really like that.
Yeah. especially after they've reworked the script 100 times, only to find out the original joke worked in the first place.
Put it back in. Yeah, that was great. And I remember we got to a point where we were even doing a 4-day week. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. That's the
That
great thing
was-
about working for Bob and Tom. That machine was so good. And then when people asked us to actually work 5 days, we were looking at them like they
We'd
were
be like,
crazy.
Well, what are you talking about?
Are you insane?
We're only good for 4 days.
Right, for 20 hours a week. But I still
Well-
need my check. Run me my money.
Okay, again, no prorated checks here.
Right.
Okay, this episode was really focused on Eddie and Carl and
Right.
basketball. But the first thing I noticed, girl, was that Reggie came home in uniform. He had gone to work and come back.
Actually came in from work.
Actually came in from work. What a moment.
That's right. So he decides to train Eddie for basketball tryouts at school. And he says to
Mhm.
Harriet that Eddie's whole future is relying on him being a good basketball player. Now I wonder why his whole future, this daddy said his whole future was playing basketball.
Basketball, or you might as well jump in a hole.
Yeah.
Basically is what he's saying.
So he starts working them to the bone, like straight, what's the Venus and Serena's father? King Richard.
Yes.
He goes straight King Richard on Eddie, working him to death. You know, Eddie's like, oh, dad.
But that's what I love about Reggie's character. Carl could be just so extreme on
Yes.
everything. I mean, he just goes 9,000 and is generally wrong when he hits the 9,000, but he is so committed and so funny. And his expressions kill me. They kill me.
Oh, you noticed the face acting too?
Oh, honey, he does some serious face acting. And I'm enjoying it so much more now because I'm watching it as an audience. So I
Mhm.
really get to see him. I mean, his whole run with "Your father has spoken." Stupid.
So
It's such a
ridiculous.
stupid thing. And
Right.
then Rosetta is like the driest grandmother on the
my
planet.
gosh.
She just goes there. She's disgusted with all of us. it
That's what I
seems.
noticed. It's like at that age, she was still so good.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it was
of
so on
course.
point.
On point.
Her lines were like gangbusters. Everything
Mhm.
she said worked so well.
And then she would back it up with her acting. The
Right.
nerve of her. The nerve of her. But you know, when Harriet started
Mhm.
telling Carl that he was working Eddie too hard, he just doubles down. He thinks he knows it all. But what I do love is we got another black woman look in this show.
Oh, yeah.
When Carl said, "Woman," and she,
Oh, no.
look, woman, something he said, and she gave him the eyeball. I hurt. Okay, I started sweating.
So that works for some folks.
Yeah.
Harriet Winslow is not that person.
Yeah, she is not. She does not
She's-
work that.
Let him have it. So he continues to work him to death until
Till he quits.
Quits.
Mhm,
So-
basically.
Instead of admitting he was wrong, he gets a basketball star,
nerves?
the superstar. That too. But he gets this basketball superstar to come and co-sign his ridiculousness.
And on the pretense of buying a car, which we know I had to fix the last one. We know Carl ain't buying nothing.
Right.
unless it's
Especially
a
not
toy
a
car.
Porsche, his cheap ass.
Ooh.
So it backfires because the basketball player tells Eddie to do what he loves
Do what makes him happy.
and not to listen to Carl.
But that's usually what happens with Carl. He usually goes so gung-ho and goes so far over the line that somebody has to pull him back. Usually it's Harriet. But what I do love is, as always in our shows, there are those moments, in spite of the craziness of Carl, and he is crazy, that you get to see him be a dad, and you get to see it finally register with him that he's living his dream, not trying to support whatever it is that we know what Eddie's dream is. I want a girlfriend. What he wants is the best for his son, but he thinks what's the best for his son is what he wants for his son,
Yeah.
as opposed to
Yeah.
what Eddie
That's
wants.
actually a hard conversation to have.
I guess so, you
But
know.
also, I so want certain things for my kids. Like, you want them to have a certain life, and you become overbearing because of all this knowledge you have, but it kind of kills all of the fun of everything.
Yeah, you can't be a helicopter mom all the time, especially now because you have to be so protective of your kids. You know, there's so much going on, and you do want the best for them, but they don't necessarily want it from you, coming from you, you know, all the time.
My mother says that about you all the time, actually, that she said that you were the person that I would listen to most.
It's because I was taking you on those trips and stuff.
No, but I mean, you're super fabulous.
No, I think it's always easier sometimes for someone else who you trust with your child to talk to them. Because Gerald, my son, grew up by himself with a single mom. But there were people that I trusted in his life that I would not worry about them talking to him. I would know that they would be coming from a good place. And I think your mother always knew that I loved you guys and wanted the best for you and would do anything for you. You know, I consider you one of my own.
Right. So I guess that's also why Carl's character invited Will the Thrill Morgan over to talk to Eddie and to convince him to get back into basketball.
Yeah. But like you said, he not outsmarts him because he's not really doing anything, although Will knows now that the dream is Carl's, not Eddie's. He just tells him to do what makes him happy, which I love. He doesn't tell him to go against his dad or anything like that. He just says, do what makes you happy.
Now, you remember Will the Thrill was not a real basketball player. He was played by Jack Apollo Bolton, who was an actor known for Kindergarten Cop and The Naked Truth. But I mean, how can you be like that tall and not be a freaking basketball star? That's weird to me.
Well, maybe he wasn't good. Maybe he was just tall.
I know. I saw this kid recently, same thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I know you're a basketball star. His father leans over and says, no, he's a freaking ballet dancer. The father looks like, what?
Totally disgusted.
Yeah.
All that height for nothing. I loved your line too with Reggie.
What?
I wasn't blessed with height. Yeah, Dad, but you got width. I was thinking about the basketball player because we couldn't have gotten one if we paid him that first season. Not a real one. Although later on, as the show got more popular and people really started dialing in, we started getting some folk up in there.
I know, Grandmama and everybody else.
I forgot that. Not the first season.
Not at all. No, nothing in the budget. Carl must have been in charge of that budget too.
Probably.
Also, I love the part when you came down and you saw the basketball player and you had a little celebrity crush on him.
And never got to meet him. A lot of good, all that dressing and putting on makeup did me. And my swag down the steps. You see that pose I hit when I hit that step, girl? I was like,
I saw you. Reminds me of that picture of you and Jim Brown with all of that feather boa and all that foolishness.
Mind your own. Don't make me start reading you up in here. Because you know I will. I'll find something on you.
You didn't bring the guns, and that's
Don't
why
make me bring up your wedding when you was doing the hucklebuck or whatever you was doing on your husband. Like I was all excited because you was married.
That's why you married me.
But it was a great show. And I had even fun watching me and the B-plot trying to cook. So who does not know how to make eggs? That's embarrassing. I was embarrassed for Rachel.
Yeah.
How do you not know how to, what Larry said, just throw it in the pan and cook it till it stops moving.
I know that must have been really hard work for you because you were such a great cook. What's that, the thing I love that you make for Thanksgiving? Is it dressing with the corn?
Oh, no, the fried corn.
That fried corn is.
Yeah, if I do say so myself, it is the bomb.
It is. How many years have I called you for the recipe? It never comes out right.
It's because everybody spices a little different. And for me, mine comes out a little different sometimes than it does at other times. But that and the yam pies are my specialty.
Oh, okay.
Yam slam pies.
Well, clearly it wasn't your specialty in this show because everything you cooked came out bad.
And she had the nerve to tell Rachel a couple of shows ago how she was bossing around. No wonder. She needs bossing. Other than that, she'd just be sitting in the kitchen. Can you cook, Kelly? That means a no.
What do you mean by can you cook?
Like when I cook, can you cook?
I got about 3 things I make well. Other than that, I'm doctoring up other people's stuff.
Oh, well, I'm good at that too, honey. That's a skill right there. That's a skill set everybody don't know.
Now that the grocery store sells full meals, oh, baby, but I'll put some corn with it in a minute. I'll put that out there. Listen, who cooked it? And I put it out there just as nice.
I did. Moi.
My husband loves my baby chickens.
We talking about real chickens now? Oh, okay. I just wanted to check because I know we talking about real chickens and some other kind of chickens y'all made up or something.
No. That's some real stuff.
Oh, man. I must say, we are a fun family. That's it. Rachel is basically their other kid.
Right.
She thinks she's grown until it's time to do something, and then she doesn't know how to do it.
But watching the episode, what did they do to keep you covered in flour the whole time? What were you doing?
Making brioche. That takes a lot of flour. I think they just dumped it on me.
Are you joking?
They're gonna. No, I mean they did pat me down with powder. They got to make it look ridiculous. So I looked ridiculous making brioche. And why was I making enough to feed the entire city? That's what I want to know. I just kept making them.
Well, that's one thing I love about your character on the show, baby. When you go hard. You go hard or go home. Every time Rachel on the show has a new scheme, baby, it's all in.
It's true. She has the fire. She has the passion. She just doesn't have knowledge or ability.
Oh, wow.
She's kind of sad.
And that's sad.
It is sad. But hey, it got me on a TV show, so I'll be sad on that show. Okay.
I know that's right. But this also how did you feel about being a ditz? Because you're so not that.
No, it was fun.
And when you play a character, it's kind of still you. It was fun?
Yeah, it was fun because being yourself is boring all the time. You could have fun with that. It wasn't that she was stupid. It's just that she was naive. She had been taken care of by her big sister once her mom was not there. So she had a lot of elements of not quite having grown up. She got married, but then her husband got killed and she ends up moving in with the family, She hadn't quite grown up, so she grows up on the show.
Right.
That's what makes acting fun is when you can be somebody else. Because I'm always more comfortable being somebody else than I am being me in a lot of situations.
But you're so fabulous, so why would you want to be anybody else?
No, but I'm saying a lot of people think I'm just gregarious all the time and funny all the time and up all, and I'm not. And it kind of throws them off. But that's the fun of acting is you can be whatever. You can utilize all areas of yourself and feel good about it. So, no, it didn't bother me. I mean, that's fun to me. The sillier she was, the better I liked it.
Okay. But what do you think about how great Rosetta was?
Oh, my God.
Her delivery was so stupid. It was so good.
I mean, she's so good. Like we said, the queen of deadpans, but then she could go all giggly teenager like she did with Will the Thrill. I mean, she was worse than me. She just fell completely apart. And what I love about her is that she knows something about what she's talking about. So she came in, this man needs no introduction. He did this, that, and the other. She comes out with that wisdom, and then when she gets him to kiss her on the cheek, just falls completely apart and becomes a hysterical, just cackling, I don't know what, just tickled to death. It's so cute, and she is so committed to everything she does. What a great example she is for us, Kelly.
Yeah.
Were it not for women like her, those doors would not be open to us, and I'm constantly thankful that I even met Rosetta because we worked together on Give Me a Break. But just to be a part of her life until she passed was a wonderful thing. And Bob and Tom loved her so much.
Yeah, we all did.
She was a great catch, if I do say so myself.
Right. And I love this episode so much because it really centers around fathers and sons and that whole dynamic. I watch my husband and my son around baseball. It's the same thing. My son has coaches, but my son is always looking for my husband's approval.
Yeah, for his approval, of course.
How was it with you and Gerald? Because it was you and him.
Yeah, I had to kind of fill multiple spots, but I was blessed in that I had people in my life that loved him and loved me and that I knew I could trust with him. I had my uncle, I had my stepdad, I had his uncle, I had a friend of mine, Jimmy, who is still in our lives, people that I knew I could go to with what I couldn't do as a woman. But I was there for the games. I mean, he was a baseball fiend as well. And I was right there at those games trying to keep my relatives from climbing the fence and jumping on people.
Let me ask you a question. Did you show up with your boa?
You know what? I'm going to climb through this microphone and get your butt. You going to be tired of me when I get through whooping you.
Your mom showing up at the field in a Bob Mackie gown. Just, JD, that's your mom?
Well, I used to go to school. There was a period when I could get kind of homely. I was going to school, not quite pulling myself together because I was dropping him off.
Never.
Oh, yeah, honey. He got me told. He's like, look. Woman.
Yeah.
You can't be coming up to the school looking that crazy. He said, you're on television. My fans think you look good. And here you are.
Yeah.
So I actually had to clean my act up to drop him off at school because I was on television.
Hannah had to tell me something very similar. I was taking her on a field trip, and she told me straight up, please do not wear your go-to outfit. Go-to outfit is some yoga pants and one of my husband's old white T-shirts with some Crocs, like I'm Mario Batali.
Girl, I'm the Croc queen now that you got me started on the Crocs, girl. I am the Croc queen. I loves them.
Oh, really?
We can't take comfort too far, though. Sometimes we have to be careful.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. So we've been talking about Carl and Eddie and really parents living vicariously through their children. You were a child actor. Now, did you have any of that? Did you feel pressure from your parents to act, or was that something that came from you? That's something that you wanted to do?
Well, I didn't feel pressure to act from my parents, but my father was an actor. Mm-hmm. So I think I kind of, at a certain point, was wondering if maybe he should have done his own thing.
You think?
Yeah. But because I love the support and I love the fact that he knew what it took. And it's like a lot of emotional labor being a performer, because just like with any other, like a carpenter, you use wood to be fashioned into what it needs to be. When you're an actor, you're the thing that has to be morphed into whatever. So I love the fact that he understood that. But I think just like with any other parent, their knowledge of certain things sometimes will burden the fun of discovery when you are attempting something that they did already. How was it for you? Because, I mean, I know you were raised by Bertha. Like, how was it for you in terms of getting into that industry with your grandmother? Was it weird for you?
Well, it was tough. Having grown up in a totally different era, her whole thing was getting an education and getting a good job and doing the 9 to 5. And that was her mindset. That was, I had to go to school so I could get a good job. So me wanting to veer, you know, being in Detroit and Motown being so big, me wanting to be involved with that was a no-no. They kind of let us go to the auditions because everybody got to go to the auditions for Motown when they were doing their little fan things. It just so happened that I ended up having that as part of my career, but I had to bargain my way through. I mean, I was still in high school, so in order for me to do a recording session, I had to make sure my homework was there. There were rules. There were rules, but I would break them occasionally. I mean, because I did feel stifled and I wanted to spread my wings. My grandmother insisted that nobody was going to pay me any money to be silly. So when I got that first check for being silly, my grandmother did a complete turn. She started going on like, oh, you know, she just like me. You know, she got that humor for me. I was funny like that. I'm just all of a sudden, my career became her talking point.
Right.
My mother, who had no time for me most of the time when she was around, suddenly became the mother of a starra.
Right.
So she would take me to the grocery store with her because, of course, everybody wants the butcher to know that her daughter's on TV.
Oh, not the WB Frog.
Girl.
Hello, my darling.
Honey. They just tried to take credit for my career. They wasn't even trying to live it through me.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was sweet to see Reggie realize that he was doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
The way I read it, he was disappointed in himself.
Yeah.
That he had gotten so carried away with the thrill or the thought of his son being a basketball star that he kind of lost sight of his son. But I love our show because it always brings it back. It always brings it back.
It always brings it back because we realized that Eddie's real true love and the thing that he was best at.
Speak on it now.
Were attracting girls.
Well, did I hear that? Was that your inside voice or your outside voice?
I believe that was my inside and outside voice.
Girl, well, you know. He is still working at perfecting that, I believe.
Right. So before we bring out our illustrious guest, let's get into some funky facts. In 1989, a used 1987 Porsche 911 coupe would cost about $35,000 to $40,000. You can't even get a Chevrolet Chevette for that at this point.
You know,
You can't get a bicycle.
but that price is right on time in the episode.
Mhm.
And Will the Thrill. Now, this was something I didn't know, but that
What?
our team looked up and told us that Will the Thrill was apparently supposed to be a recurring character, but ended up only being in this episode. I wonder why. I must have hit him with a brioche.
How come I didn't know that?
Oh, you know what we noticed
What?
when we were watching this is that, remember when Carl didn't want to buy Eddie those $70 high tops?
Correct.
In this episode, Eddie is wearing Air Jordan 3s, which cost about $100 in 1989. So apparently, Harriet's job is giving us some cushion.
$100 American dollars? That's a lot now.
Okay, if you can find it. Wait, but Little Richie is wearing Nike baby shoes, so I must be selling more books than they're actually putting on the air.
Or something else.
Watch it. Watch it. You ain't too grown to get beat. Come on.
Okay.
Magnesium supplements? You've mastered that. Now take it to the next level. Upgrade to Solar Ray Magnesium Glycinate from the #1 magnesium brand in health food stores. With a 50-year legacy of quality and trust, Solar Ray triple tests every raw ingredient for identity, purity, and potency. The result? Expertly chelated magnesium for powerful muscle, bone, and relaxation support that fits your daily stack. Shop Solar Ray Magnesium Glycinate on Amazon or solarray.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Ready to feel healthy this year? Find everything you need at loseweightnow.co. Orderly Meds gives you access to proven GLP-1 medications at a lower cost, backed by real medical professionals. And yes, they ship in discreet, private packaging because it's nobody's business how you're improving yourself. And your journey deserves dignity, privacy, and confidence. Get started today at loseweightnow.co. Individual results may vary. Visit loseweightnow.co and get started today. That's loseweightnow.co.
Now I'd like to introduce you to Meaningful Beauty, the famed skincare brand created by iconic supermodel Cindy Crawford. It's her secret to absolutely gorgeous skin. Meaningful Beauty makes powerful and effective skincare simple, and it's loved by millions of women. It's formulated for all ages and all skin tones and types, and it's designed to work as a complete skincare system, leaving your skin feeling soft, smooth, and nourished. I recommend starting with Cindy's full regimen, which contains all 5 of her best-selling products, including the amazing youth-activating Melon Serum. This next-generation serum has the power of melon leaf stem cell technology. It's melon leaf stem cells encapsulated for freshness and released onto the skin to support a visible reduction in the appearance of wrinkles. With thousands of glowing 5-star reviews, why not give it a try? Subscribe today and you can get the amazing Meaningful Beauty system for just $49.95. That includes our introductory 5-piece system, free gifts, free shipping, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. All of that available at meaningfulbeauty.com.
Well, we promised you all a special treat this week, and we are so excited.
We wanted to introduce Carl Winslow, my daddy, Reginald VelJohnson.
Oh, my goodness.
Actor extraordinaire.
Hello.
Yes, not to mention his face acting. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's hear the face acting. Yay! Honey, yes. You worked hard for the money.
Let's hope the rest of us work.
So we haven't seen you in a while.
It's
Yeah.
been a long time.
Yeah.
Ain't been that long. We can
that
still
long.
remember it.
That long.
But this has been a great year for you. I
Oh,
mean,
yes,
you've
sir.
just been moving and
Yes, it
shaking
has.
like
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, child. Talk about dancing. But speaking of which, did you hurt yourself on that show? Because I popped the ligament just watching you.
I tell you, I tried hard to do my best. I'm old and my body doesn't work as well, but I didn't break anything. No, I didn't break anything, but I felt like I broke something.
Well, you couldn't
Just
tell
moving,
because let
just-
me tell you something. If I got another call about people being
Oh.
excited about you coming back week after week
Oh, wow.
with your
Yeah.
dancing,
I was just trying to get through it. I was just trying to get through, trying to make it, trying to move my feet.
right?
That's what I was trying to do. I didn't care if I won. I was just wanting to move my feet.
So, what were your expectations initially?
Yeah.
Did you think I might win this thing? What did you think
Well,
when they asked you to do it?
I said, oh my God, I can't move, But I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to do this as best to my ability.
Mhm.
And I tried my best and I did it,
And people so
They wanted me to do all
loved
kinds
you.
of things on the show, but I said, let me just get off the show. Let me dance once or twice and then I'll be off.
No, baby.
Press on to my next job.
Exactly.
But people loved you.
I did it. I did what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to do the best of my ability. And I did it,
Mhm.
I wanted to get off the show, though.
You wanted to leave after a while. They kept you
I
in there
wanted
too
to leave.
long.
See,
I wanted
know.
they sure did. I swear. Because every day you had to dance. Every day.
Oh,
I was
rehearsal
dancing
every
every
day.
day.
Tell us about that. Like, what was the rehearsal process?
Well, I go in the morning time every day. It was Monday through Friday. There's no downtime. I had to get on the and dance
Get on the
every
treadmill.
day. I couldn't stand it.
Oh, wow. Okay, for the dancing Olympics.
It was like the Olympics. Yeah, it was.
really?
Mhm.
Did you have fun, though?
I had fun. Yeah, after a while, yes, it was a lot of fun. It was fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So diplomatic.
You sound like
He's
it.
learned so well, hasn't he? Oh, yes. Yes,
I'm
now that
telling
I
you.
think on it. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. It was
painful
fun.
but it was fun.
Painful fun is a good word.
Were you surprised that people kept voting you back on in like week after week?
Yes, I said, I wish they'd stop. Please stop voting me on. Please. Let me go home.
Be the only person campaigning to go home.
That's
I
right.
don't
I was
wanna
only
win.
fun,
It's too
But thanks to my friends Kiki and Sean, they helped me get through it.
Mhm.
Okay.
They were like my team. They really came through.
Let's go all the way back. What was the thing that made Reggie interested in acting?
Lord, I don't remember. I was a baby, and I always was performing and doing things that my mother didn't want me to do. I'd make plays in the garage and whatnot and do things like that. And
Wow.
my grandmother made my first costume. I was 3 years old, 3 or 4. I played a teddy bear, and she made the costume teddy bear thing, and
Aw.
she put me in there. I remember my mother saying, roll, baby, roll, baby, roll. I had to roll across the stage like that. I rolled across the stage, and the rest is history.
So did you enjoy it so much that you wanted to continue on doing it professionally? Like what?
Something like that, yeah. I started doing things and made everybody laugh, and, they'd say, go, boy, sit down somewhere. And I wouldn't sit down, and they made me do what I had to do,
Right.
So you became an actor because you were a cut up?
Yeah.
Oh. In a
And
word.
there you have it,
Yeah.
ladies and
In a
germs.
word,
We
yeah.
are done. No.
Yeah. We used to make plays in the garage and stuff like that. I used to do things like that.
Uh-huh.
And I just kind of gravitated to this way of doing things.
What to you was your biggest break towards what you really wanted to do? What project or vehicle or meeting?
I think it was a church dance recital or something, and I was in the dance. And I said, I like this, and I said, well, I'm going to continue doing this. And
Mhm.
my mother was very supportive of what I did. And
That's good. What was your first acting job?
my first acting job, oh my goodness, when I went to college, I think it was my first acting job.
Wow.
Mm.
That far
Oh,
back.
I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. I just remember doing it.
Well, whatever it was, it certainly worked in your behalf because
Right.
look at where you are now. And you
Right.
didn't just jump there from no talent.
You were so great in Die Hard. Why didn't you just continue being a movie star? What made you want to do television?
They asked me.
Good
And I
answer.
said, yes, I'll do it. I'll do
Good
it. Yes,
answer.
okay.
That
Yeah?
makes sense to me.
And then Family Matters came along and I did that.
Yeah.
So how was that? What happened? How did they ask you? Did they just call you in like, we love your character on that. We want you to also play this cop in this TV show?
No, I went and auditioned. I met Jo Marie
Mm-hmm.
at the audition, and we kind of gravitated to each other. And we said, I like you. And she said, I like you too. We did the scene together
Mhm.
when we met each other. And then they said, yes, oh, okay. Thank you very much. And I didn't know I had got the job until They told me the following week, I think they told me that I got the job.
Huh. See, I'm surprised you even had the audition.
Right.
Because the way they talked to me about you, it just sounded like they just had to bring everybody else in.
Wow.
You know, to make sure they couldn't say, well, I didn't get that audition for it.
Right.
But to me, it sounded like they had you in mind from the get-go.
I guess they did, I don't know. But I sat and I met the guys.
Tom and Bob.
Tom was the one that really gravitated to me. He really liked me. And I said, well, I like you too, Bob. And I got the job. It was cool.
Yeah, well, they could not have cast a better dad as proof.
Oh, you're sweet. You're sweet.
No, I mean, even to the public, you are that figure. That's why the progressive ads work so well.
When did you become America's dad?
And how did that all come about?
I have no idea. I have no idea to become America's dad.
They didn't have to explain who you were or why they picked you. When they said America's favorite dad or whatever that title was, it was you.
And I'm not a dad, so it's really crazy.
No, you're not a dad biologically, but you help raise these crazians here, that Kelly and that Darius.
Well, I wanted to be the father that I wanted.
Oh, that's interesting.
I had a vision in my mind about who my father was going to be like and whatnot, and I played that guy.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
Yeah.
My father was never in my life,
Wow.
Well, I shouldn't say that. He was in my life, but he wasn't the father that I wanted to be in my life,
I totally understand what you're talking about, Reggie. I totally understand.
Yeah, my father had another family as well.
Okay.
I totally understand what you're talking about, Reggie. I too am black. Child, you know how
Tradition just got deep.
My father was a rolling stone. He'd roll around.
You know how we can roll now. So,
Talk
like
about
I said,
family matters.
Totally get it. But family is who you make it.
So, the episode was called Basketball Blues.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the beginning of the show. So, do you remember connecting with Darius in a specific way, or?
Thank God for Darius, I tell you. Thank God for him, because I didn't know anything about basketball or anything about being a father.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
and
hilarious.
He made it easy because he was a cut-up and he never listened. Darius never listened,
Yeah.
So you had to treat him like a father.
Right.
He's going to kill us for talking about him the way we are. But
Hey.
Thank God you had your one line that you kept saying during the show. Your father has spoken. So whether you want to listen or not, you're going to do what I tell you.
Well, the thing I love is
that's exactly it.
The first time he said it, he was shocked that it actually works. And then he got it. Then he leaned into it after that.
He was a great son to have, to raise him up. It was really nice. I actually became a father when I had y'all.
Absolutely.
To deal with. I had to learn how to be a father that way,
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, you spent more time with these kids than a lot of fathers get to spend with their kids or choose to spend with their kids or whatever,
That's right.
But you were there and we watched them go from 12-year-olds to
50-year-olds.
I was about to say that somehow are older than us now. I'm not sure quite how that works.
My brothers and sisters think of you as my children anyway. They do.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And to see you all grow up to be adults is really wonderful for me. Actually, to see you all grow up and be nice and be cool people.
And not just them, but I always laugh because it's like we raised half of America.
Yes, baby.
I mean, people still call me Aunt Rachel.
Yes.
I know they still, Carl, they just, we're like part of their family.
Now we have become more popular than ever before. We really are the popular family on TV,
I think the times have a lot to do with that, too. People need that nostalgic, they need that warm hug of something familiar these days because, there's so much going on and there's so much conflict. And I think every bit of warmth and reminder of what family really is.
Absolutely.
I just think we're a great representation of that, or Family Matters is.
I think Bob and Tom knew what they were doing.
Absolutely.
Knew what it would become.
Absolutely. Well, I think their casting had a lot to do with that because it could have gone a lot of different ways. But it's funny how some things just seem like it just couldn't have been another cast or it couldn't have been another way,
Absolutely.
And you and Joe Marie, such a great combination. Such a great combination.
Joe was who she was from the first day I met her to the last.
To yesterday.
It really was. Yesterday.
How often do y'all talk, Rich?
We talk every now and then. I email her mostly from
Mhm.
pictures and whatnot, but
Okay.
I see her every now and then. She says, hey, Reg, how you doing and
Right.
whatnot. And
Because
Yeah,
y'all, all
but,
three of y'all are some working folks. Y'all the busiest people I have
Well,
ever met.
it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it.
yes, somebody got to do
Right.
it.
Might as well be us.
In this episode, they really concentrated on the relationship and the bonding of a father and son.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it was. Yeah.
Also, that dynamic of the parent wanting the best for their child, but
Mhm,
really
mhm.
living somewhat in their own head as to what that should be.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Carl was like that. He was a good father.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
You know, he really was a good father. And I appreciated playing that because my father wasn't a good father. So,
Yeah.
I wanted to play a good father.
You would never know it watching the show.
Right.
It was such a natural
yeah.
thing. Where did you get the information of how? I know you said that you just were everything that you ever wanted. How did you?
Well, my grandmother, oddly enough, was a good influence on me. I learned to tolerate my father when I had to. He was never really in the house with us.
Mhm.
Mhm.
You know, he'd always be passing thing, you know.
Yeah.
But I loved my father. I really did, you know, and I wanted him to love me back. And I wasn't sure if he did. I wasn't really sure if he ever did. But
Well, I think you loved enough young men through your character.
Mhm.
You have blessed many a heart.
yeah.
I have friends who are Kelly's age who really got through tough times by watching that show and not having a father and watching you
Wow.
be a good father. I mean, that's
Mhm.
one thing we can really be
Wow.
proud of about this show. It was about something, and it
Mhm.
still is.
Yeah.
But you were
Yeah.
a wonderful dad on that show. I don't know where in your life you found that whatever it is that allowed you to be so solid in that character, but it was beautiful to watch.
Carl Winslow was the father I wanted to be,
Mhm.
that I wanted to have for my own.
Hmm.
But I never could have that. So I created it in my mind
Mhm.
how he would be, you know.
Well, thank you for that.
I don't know if I've ever asked you that. I'm so glad to know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have a favorite memory from Family Matters?
A favorite memory from Family Matters.
Something that happened within that framework, something that really touched you or changed you?
Well, I consider every time I was on that show was my favorite every day. You know, I don't have any special memories except that the whole thing was it was my life. It became my life. I'll never forget the first day we sang around the piano for the opening song.
Right.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of something very special in my life.
And I think we all felt that. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Kelly and I had talked about when I came in from the reading, I was still working with Tony, Orlando, and Dawn on the weekend. So I flew in for the table read. And that was the first time that I got a chance to meet the whole cast. And it was just so easy. It just felt so familiar, even though it wasn't.
I'm sure you have to say all the girls are pretty and everybody's your favorite. But have any of you ever had another job where you just click with the people in this way?
No. When I worked with Vanette Carroll's Urban Arts Core Theater, I bonded with the people there.
Mhm.
But you all became part of me permanently in my life, forever influenced me. And I can't see without. I remember my favorite episode was The Quilt.
Oh, we've all said that.
That was the first time
We've all said that.
when you cried the first time. I nearly lost it. It was really amazing.
Yes.
It really
Do
was.
you know
Yes.
how much you guys, like, as seasoned actors, I mean, you guys are great actors. Like, that you guys supported me in that. Oh, I can never tell you, like, that you guys would ever even say that, even at the time, that you guys were so supportive in that. It was like life-changing.
Kelly, you were so good.
Wow.
I mean, you're still so good.
I never
but
saw anybody cry like you cried, you know.
You were so good. And you were 12.
12 years old.
You know, I'm still working on crying on cue. But no, you were just so good. You were so impressive. And again, the casting gods were with us for sure.
Mm.
Yes, they were.
They were.
Okay, so now we got to talk about your new stuff. Last Christmas, you filmed a movie called Onslaught.
Well, it was before Christmas. It started during Thanksgiving.
So you had no
You know,
holiday.
I had no holidays, nothing. I was working the holidays. I didn't have any presents or anything like that. I didn't want any presents. I was busy working.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's a present in
I
itself.
was enjoying the process of working, you know.
Can you tell us anything about it? Like, what is it about?
Well, it's about this scientist creates this potion, this serum, so that it turns people into monsters or crazy people. They
Wow.
lose their minds and they take over this trailer park and they try to kill everybody in the trailer park. And
Oh my gosh.
I saved the day, and it's going to be exciting. You know, I can't wait to see
I
it.
mean,
you
you
know?
filmed for quite a while, too.
The filming took about 2 months. 2 months to film.
Mhm. Did you take your babies with you, your little fur babies with you?
No, I left them here at the house.
Oh, I know that was
I had
hard.
to hire somebody to come take care of them and whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
I missed them so much.
Now, for all of you who don't know, Reggie's dogs are like his real children.
They are my children. Yes,
Darius
they are.
and I are like his TV kids.
Yes,
His
they
real
are.
kids are his dogs.
Yes,
Do
baby.
you remember that house where he had the dog house with the upstairs
I
and
built
the
the house for them. Yeah,
downstairs
yeah.
and the fireplace and the yard and I was like, what the? And then
Yeah.
he tell us,
Yes,
oh yeah,
yes.
go to the outhouse there if you got to use the bathroom. Use that
Exactly.
one outside.
This is for the
Dogs living
dogs.
like people. Okay, I'm not mad at him about it though.
Not at all.
I love my babies. You know, I had to take care of them.
Now, Reggie, one of my favorite things that you do, and most people, if they watch the show, they know exactly what I'm talking about. You do, without moving your feet, some serious face acting. You and the head nod when you getting ready to go and be absolutely idiotic about whatever it is you're going to say. And then you just
Right.
plant your feet and go to shaking that head. And, oh, my God, you are so funny. Now, are you even aware, or is that something you consciously like sit in front of the mirror and work at? I don't know how you do it, but you do some stuff that just makes me howl when I see it.
Wow. I never realized I did that. I didn't know.
Child, stop watching yourself. You are funny as hell.
Well, my mother, she was good for reaction shots, you know. I follow her, you know. I think about her, how she would react to this line or this whatever. And I usually basically did after her. I don't know.
Oh, you got to start watching yourself, Reggie. You can kind of do it. No, I mean, really, because when I watch the show now, it's just like I'm watching people I don't know. So I can really enjoy it.
Wow.
But watch yourself. You do some stuff with your face that is just absolutely ridiculous. You don't even have to say anything. It just makes me laugh out loud.
Wow. I didn't realize I did that.
Yes, you do, honey. Now, if you had not been an actor, was there anything else that was on your list of things that you wanted to be growing up?
Not a thing.
Really?
Really?
Not a thing. I was acting when I first came out of my mother's womb, I was acting, I think.
Oh, wow.
I always wanted to be an actor. I used to create plays and put them in the garage and hire the neighbors to come in and see the plays and what I did. And I charged them, I think it was 50 cents I charged them. Come in, I take the money and I spent the money on candy.
Entrepreneur.
It must have been good if you were able to charge money.
You created your destiny. I mean,
Yeah,
you really
I guess
did.
so.
They say speak it into being. You acted and wrote it into
Absolutely.
being. You
Put it
know,
together.
so congratulations to you. Most people don't get a chance to do what they absolutely want to do from Jump
Yeah.
Street.
That's very true.
Also, Reggie, there were only a handful of shows that really centered around a Black family with an all or predominantly Black cast. Did you feel any responsibility to portray Black men a certain way, or did you feel any responsibility in terms of how the show came off, in terms of representing our community?
Well, I knew I had to be the father. And what kind of father would I be? I remember the fathers that I knew in my life, and I tried to portray what they gave me into the role.
Specifically because we get so few opportunities, you feel like you have to pack it with so much message. It almost sometimes overburdens it because you feel like you want to say so much because you don't get the opportunity to speak that much.
Absolutely.
Right.
I tried to do the right thing. I tried to say the things that I wanted my father to say to me.
So was it cathartic at all for that reason? Were you able to work out some things that you were missing through playing the character?
Absolutely. Yes. I wanted to be a man who loved his family and wanted to show that to the world, that I loved my family.
That's beautiful.
Oftentimes people come up to me and say that our family on the show was the family that they didn't have, whether they came from a bad situation or they didn't have any family at all and they were by themselves. Are you happy with what ultimately came out of it?
Yes.
Because people very much feel that way and feel very much
Yes, they
for
do.
generations of people.
Recently, the son of a friend of mine that I grew up with wrote me a letter and said that I was the father that he never had. And he always just wanted to be. He became a good father because of me. And I said, well, wow, that's really strange because my father wasn't there. So I didn't know what I was doing.
But you set that example.
But I knew that I had to do it.
Yeah.
What I put together, people gravitated to and reacted to what I did. And I was very proud of that. And I still am.
Well, I think you should be proud. That's quite a legacy that you have.
Yeah.
From not having a father that you then turned around and fathered millions of people.
Absolutely. And I did that.
Yeah.
So I was okay with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love that. Great job, Dad.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Law.
Brother-in-law. Brother-in-law.
Reggie, I know you are a busy guy. You are working like crazy. So thank you so much for coming by and talking to us.
Thank you for bringing back all these memories to me. I really appreciate it. This is really special. I'm going to remember this forever.
Well, guess what?
What?
I love you.
I love you too. I love you too.
I love both of you. I love you, baby.
Thank you so much.
And again, thank you so much for taking the time out. We would have talked about you like a dog if you hadn't. But thank you so much for taking the time out to spend a little time with us and our audience. I know they are loving this.
Well, I want to say that I consider you my family now. When I first saw you, Thelma Hopkins, you were with Dawn, Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Yeah.
And I didn't know I was going to become attached to you this way. And I really appreciate who you are, what you have become to be in my life. And thank you for being who you turned out to be.
You make it real easy, Reggie. You make it real easy. I love you,
I love
baby.
you.
All right. Okay, enough of the sap fest.
I
Come
know,
on.
it's time to get off. We're going to have Reggie crying. You know how emotional he gets. He'll mopping his eyeballs, talking about he's sweating and stuff.
Yes, Lord.
Well, we just want to thank our family. We can't call him anything else. The fabulous Reginald VelJohnson for coming on the show and just sharing himself with us. We just appreciate you so much. You know we love you. But that is it for the show this week, folks. But stay tuned.
Yeah, we're going to rewatch each episode of Family Matters week by week, so make sure to rewatch the show right along with us. You can catch it on Hulu and TBS and a bunch of other places.
Welcome to the Family with Thelma and Kelly is a production of iHeart Podcasts and Audiation. It's hosted by me, Thelma Hopkins.
And me, Kelly Williams.
Our executive producers are Sandy Smallins for Audiation, Adam Rip, J.D. Hopkins, who also happens to be my son and Kelly's faux bro, and Jonathan Strickland for iHeart Podcasts.
The show is produced by Thelma and I, but our series producer is Ireland Meacham, and our theme song's lyrics were written by J.D. Hopkins and Adam Rip. The theme song was scored and mixed by Matt Noble, who's also our series mixer.
And we'd like to thank Nikki Etour and the entire iHeart Podcast team. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Follow us on Instagram at Welcome to the Family Pod for behind-the-scenes photos and more bonus content.
And don't forget to leave us a voicemail at our website, thefamilymatterspod.com. We want to hear your thoughts and favorite memories of the show. And let us know if you need advice, because we're good for some bad advice. We might be able to help you with your own family matters.
And make sure to rate and review us wherever you're listening. We are so excited to have you guys along for the ride.
Yes, welcome to the family, y'all. And we'll see you next time.
Welcome to the family.
Audiation.
You know that feeling when a story just grabs you and won't let go? That's the kind of drama that's waiting for you on Disney Plus Hulu. Mysterious post-apocalyptic thrillers like the acclaimed Hulu original, Paradise. Action-adventure dramas like Daredevil Born Again. And iconic medical dramas like Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you want your drama with a side of comic relief with shows like High Potential. Find the drama you want on Disney Plus and Hulu with a bundle subscription. Terms apply.
New year, new you? Begin at loseweightnow.co and make this the year you finally feel in control. With Orderly Meds, access-proven GLP-1 tirzepatide starting as low as $149 a month. It's simple, doctor-guided, and delivered right to your home so you can finally focus on feeling healthier and more confident. Get started today at loseweightnow.co. Individual results may vary. Visit loseweightnow.co and get started today. That's loseweightnow.co.
Every year, people make the same fitness goal, train harder. But most fail because recovery gets ignored, especially connective tissue that muscles depend on to grow. Frog Fuel was developed by Navy SEALs and perfected by a Stanford-trained scientist, delivering 15 grams of nanohydrolyzed collagen protein that digests in just 15 minutes. It's science-backed and ready to drink. No mixing, no sugar, no junk. This year, don't just train harder, recover smarter. Go to frogfuel.com. That's frogfuel.com. Stay unbreakable.
Janice Torres here.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz. We host the podcast, Mind the Business, Small Business Success Stories, produced by Ruby Studio in partnership with Intuit QuickBooks.
We're back for season 4 to talk to some incredible small business owners.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
So listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.